Okay, this is so cool. This poster right here is a poster that includes all of the people who backed this movie. And yes, I am one of those people. And yes, of course I searched with my name. My name is on the poster. That's so cool. I am on a big theatrical movie poster. Shelby Oakes stars Camille Sullivan and is about a woman's desperate search for her long-lost sister falls into obsession upon realizing that the imaginary demon from their childhood may have been real. From writer and director Chris Stuckmann, which is so weird to say, in his feature debut, Shelby Oakes. I would like to give a big warm thank you to Neon and Bloody Disgusting for inviting me out to this early showing tonight. Like I said, I was one of those people that backed this movie. I gave my money to this movie years ago to support Chris Stuckmann. So before we get into this review, let's give a big thank you to Chris Stuckmann. Because without Stuckmann, I don't know where movie reviews would be nowadays without him. I started doing movie reviews in 2013. I subscribed to Chris, I believe 2010 or early 2011, and he was one of my big inspirations to make a YouTube channel. And to see his story grow, and to finally get the chance to make a feature film, and then it go get Mike Flanagan to produce, Neon to acquire the film, and it morely came from the support of his backers. He did a Kickstarter, and it raised over $1 million, surpassing his expectations of what he wanted. And like I said, I was one of those people. I was so happy for Chris Stuckmann. I still am, because I relate a lot to this guy. A lot. And it's scary, because I do movie reviews. He does movie reviews not as much anymore. Now he's making a movie. I want to make movies one day. I want to be my full-time job. My film, Ruby, which is a short film that you're probably seeing the poster for right now next to me, I am so excited to share to you guys so soon. And to see this movie tonight, driving home, it was just so inspirational to see this get made, because it is hard for a movie to get made nowadays. And for such a small indie film from a guy who did YouTube, that is inspiring for me personally. That is truly inspirational. Like we've seen it recently happen before with Radio Silence. They came from YouTube, and look at them now. Chris Stuckmann truly came from movie reviewing YouTube and is making a horror film. That is my dream. It is completely the dream. So I just gotta say, thank you, Chris. Thank you to Neon. Thank you to Mike Flanagan. Thank you to anyone that got this movie made, because this is a big deal for me especially. It's super inspiring. So now, yes, it's going to be a little biased review. You heard all of that stuff. Oh, and my good friend Sophia is a small little role in this movie. So even before the movie got a trailer or a poster or anything, I knew somebody who was in the movie, and she's a good friend of mine. I'm happy for you, Sophia. Congratulations. And so for now, let's get into the movie review. Let's try to get a little out of the bias out of the way, but it's going to be hard. So you know, watching this review, I'm a little biased. I supported this movie with my own money. All right, so let's get talking to the positives. First things first, I love the found footage genre. It is like such an underrated horror genre that I love. And Stuckmann has always been very vocal about it in his reviews. He supports it. I love that he treated it with a lot of love and respect in this movie. And a lot of love for YouTubers, actually, because we have our main character whose sister has gone missing, and we get to see early in the film a documentary found footage style through the videotape that she is given our story of Shelby Oakes and what has happened to her, and she's gone missing. And then it turns into a regular standard movie through most of the movie, and you get to see the story and mystery play out. I thought the actual scares from this movie were really well done. I was worried going in if this movie would be scary, because it is hard for me to be scared. There are literal shots in this movie that are definitely homages, but I love what Stuckmann did with his scares. There are creepy moments, there's your jump scare moments, but then there's moments you're watching the movie, you're like, what was that? And it makes you want to rewatch the movie because there are little things in this movie throughout the movie that are just tiny scares, and it makes you so unsettled if you notice them. Again, I probably missed a bunch, but watching this movie, there are generally good scary moments. And again, I was shocked because of that. And to know that Chris Stuckmann, who came from YouTube, gets to make this horror movie the way he wanted, because this is an indie film. Let that be known. This is like $1 million, $2 million movie. Yes, Neon acquired it. Yes, Neon did reshoots and added blood. Are the blood effects and all those little parts cool? Hell yeah. I was kind of shocked how bloody they did get, but it's not gory. Don't go in this movie thinking it's going to be a gore fest. It's not. This is a very small budget film, and for the most part, it looks really nice. The colorist of this movie did a good job. The score is so creepy and very wicked. I love the score. And yes, Stuckmann himself, I think he told a very good mystery. It has a lot of scary elements and a lot of good scary moments, but I think the story itself is intriguing, looking for this sister, using found footage as that element for the first part of this movie. I found that to be like a big love letter. And to get more into the acting, I think our main girl, Camille Sullivan, sorry if I'm saying her first name wrong, she was really good in this movie. She does a very good job conveying the dramatic beats while also being terrified, to always keep getting revealing of what happened to her sister, to finally get to Shelby Oaks in this movie. And then obviously like them filming in the Shawshank prison, which is so cool to see those scary moments get revealed in a way I liked. I didn't love, which we'll get to in the negatives, but I did find the story intriguing. I thought all the people that were in the found footage element were good. There's a Keith David's in this movie, very small role. He's good. There are good acting moments. Then there's like one or two performances that I don't want to get into that felt a little over the top, just a little bit. And now we're getting more into my negatives, and that is honestly the dialogue of the script. Now, I do want to give a big shout out to Sam Liz, Chris Stuckmann's wife. She did help create this story with Chris, and I think the movie itself has a good enough story to be told, but I do feel like a lot of the dialogue feels like movie dialogue. It feels like we are saying things to get to next plot point, which, for a first-time director and his writing his own script, honestly, I kind of relate, because when I make my short films, it's super hard to tell so much in a story for such a little time. In a 90-minute movie, I do feel like there's parts in this movie where it feels like he has to write out this character saying something instead of just showing it, which honestly I get because you want to let the audience know, but sometimes just showing, not telling is better. Speaking of that, we do see our main antagonist, our big ghost in this movie. Without spoiling the ending, of course I will not do that. I will say, I don't know after first viewing if I love that they showed it. They do show our big enemy in this movie, our big ghost villain. And it's definitely creepy. I give it all, like, yeah, that was creepy, cool effect, makeup, whatever. But I don't know if I love that choice. By the end of this movie, when I walked out, I was like, I don't know if I love that choice. Just me personally. For some people, I could see people possibly like loving this. They would want to maybe even dress up at it at conventions possibly. Like, I get it. But I personally don't know if it really added to the effect. Because like with the found footage style, it's so hard to like see it. And then obviously when you get into the actual movie, and it's a regular movie, it becomes more of like, I don't know if we want to see it, because in the first half of the movie with the found footage stuff, it definitely is like super scary without seeing it and just the person holding a camera. When it gets to the actually regular movie, it just doesn't feel right seeing it. And so, again, that's just more of like a my choice kind of thing. And I will say this seems obvious, but people need to know this. I have seen a couple trailers and commercials for this movie showing off like scariest movie of the year, groundbreaking horror movie. It's not. It is a very easy, predictable movie to watch. It's not a movie that is going to be like The Substance or Barbarian, something that just feels so different and so unique. This is pretty easy to follow, and it's a very easy movie, but it's a first-time director, so I'm not expecting him to have a groundbreaking film. The ones that do that, like Ari Aster for Hereditary, that is like multi-talented, layered, like amazing stuff. For Chris Stuckmann, who got 85% of his budget from me and us out there, people who supported, that is his budget. And know that going in. This is a small budget film. And when you think of small budget films, another Neon film, like obviously Longlegs, which I believe was like 15, 20 million, that is considered small budget to a lot of people in the film industry. This movie is like $2 million, guys. That's also including the $1 million Neon gave him for reshoots and all of that stuff. This is a small budgeted movie. There are points in this movie, I can tell that. As a person that makes short films, I'm like, yeah, this is an indie film. But the coolest thing about it is because you have Mike Flanagan producing it, you have Neon acquiring it, your mind going in is like, oh, this is going to be a Longlegs awesome horror film. It's not. It's not that level. But damn is it unique in the found footage style, telling a mysterious story, mystery that I was engaged in. There's good performances. It's well helmed. There is really solid scares, which again, I have to give a major credit for. I did not expect this movie to be as creepy as it was. Like, I expected this movie to be good enough. There are solid scares in this movie for general audiences to go see this movie, know nothing about Chris Stuckmann, and be creeped out, which is a major, major credit to this movie. Again, my negatives really rely more on dialogue from the script and how the story is told through dialogue, the certain reveal of our main antagonists, and by the end of the movie, knowing this movie isn't groundbreaking. But for a first-time director, from a YouTube movie guy, Chris Stuckmann, in his feature debut, I am fully Stuckmannized. I am fully telling you, go see this movie. I'm going to give Shelby Oakes a B. I am obviously there for his next film. Whatever he does next, I am there day one. I will always support Chris Stuckmann for what he did, for the movie reviews on YouTube, for what he's doing now for films. I mean, guys, like I said, go and support this movie, please. I am begging you. Like, as a person that does movie reviews on YouTube, who wants to become a full-time movie director for the rest of my life, we need this movie to succeed. I need this movie to succeed. Please go see it this spooky season. It comes out on October 24th. I will for sure go see this again and give my money to this movie because tonight's screening was free. I will 100% go see this again with a group of my friends and pay my money. I promise you that. Go see this movie when it comes out. It's spooky. It's the perfect Halloween, right before Halloween, spooky movie to go see. It's creepy. It's good. Just don't expecting going in. It's great. But it's solid. It's a solid first movie from him. Go see this movie. I'm begging you, please. I need this movie to succeed for me. Anyway, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this movie review. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye, everybody.